Subscribe to our YouTube Club 520. We clowning on that mother.
Just hit the button.
God.
Don't ask more questions.
Subscribe.
Well, you probably talk about it. What's the worst child that's like, you got to go play it? You be like, hell no.
On my mama, it was Minnesota, and I went.
Damn, for real.
I did not want to go to Minnesota. No shade to Minnesota because y'all lit now, but when I was in the league, Minnesota was a place to go die.
Did you know? But nah, bro. Did you
nice
know
watch.
that Whip was coming with you though? Y'all team?
I went and died. My career literally was over once I went to Minnesota.
I don't think so. I ain't gonna do that.
I'm being honest, bro. Everybody used to be like, don't go to Minnesota. That's where you go to die. I'm like, nah.
Y'all had a great team though when you first got there.
Yeah, and it died in 1 year.
It did, but I'm like, I don't think you went in there thinking like, this is the end.
I literally went for the money.
Yeah, they cashed you out.
I did not go for. I wanted to be there. No, I cried.
How fast did you sign that deal?
Listen, I didn't. I actually got less money because I didn't sign it fast enough.
What?
I refused, nigga. I did not want to go to Minnesota because everybody said that was where you went to die. Like, this is where.
Yeah.
The only person that made it out here is KG.
Time out. So let's walk through this story. Obviously, leaving the Pacers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you get to Minnesota then?
So I wanted to stay with the Pacers, right? Mm-hmm. So the Pacers was on a flight. Pritchard, he was on a flight, whatever. And he was like, all right, we're going to call you when we land. Mm. Tibbs called me early that morning before free agency really got going. He called me and was like, yo, we're going to offer you, it was a 3-year 63 or something like that. And I was like, oh, all right. Well, I ain't going there. So Utah called me too. Utah was going to trade somebody or something. Was like, yo, you can go to Utah. I was like, my options was Sacramento, Utah, or the Timberwolves, or the Pacers. Yeah. I'm like, it's some badass options. Man, this is a tough options right here. So I'm like, I'm going to fuck with Indiana. So my agent like, Indiana, man, they gonna lowball you. These dudes is talking 21, 22 million a year. Indiana talking like 16, 17. I was like, well, I'm at home. I'll be fine. Yeah. Like, I don't need much. 17 million at home? Great. Agent called me back, was like, Minnesota just took their offer down to something else. And Sacramento was talking to you and George Hill. And he was like, George Hill about to get some type of deal where he's not going to get all of it guaranteed.
And he ended up going there.
Yeah, like Sacramento going to give him some deal that ain't all guaranteed. So we're going to just eliminate Sacramento. I was like, cool. He's like, it's Indiana, Utah, and the Pacers. Mm-hmm. He's like, you want away from Indiana? And I was like, yeah. And so Tibbs called back again and was like, well, we're at 3 years, 57. My agent was like, all right, we going to sign. So he called me back. Like, we signed with Timberwolves. I was like, man, no, fuck, I didn't. He was like, yeah, I told him you said yeah. I was like, nah, I'm in Orlando. Damn. I'm like, nah, I ain't going. He like, I've never met somebody, he started yelling, that's pissed about $57 million. I was like, I'm pissed. I take 42 from Indiana. He like, nah, man, I'm not letting you make that mistake. And he was like, Jimmy Butler, Cat, Jamal Crawford's going to be there. And I'm like, fuck, man, Minnesota. I'm just like, I don't want to be there. And he was like, well, you're going to be there. Fuck that. We'll get you traded. He's
damn, like, bro, I didn't know that. I thought you signed that bid. So you fucked up some chicken.
Yeah, I could have signed way earlier. Like 4 or 5 hours earlier, got more money, but.
That's crazy. That was a 4 or 5 hour difference.
That's a wild ass story, nigga. I sure thought you was like 350. Cause I know how you move. Like,
nah, I wanted to stay at home, bro. I wasn't feeling Minnesota.
Damn.
And obviously, Minnesota probably wasn't feeling me. But shit, I wasn't feeling them. I wasn't feeling that. You know what I mean? At that time, Minnesota was just not a good team. And then I was comfortable with Nate and all them. And I just was like, man, I just want to stay home. I was cool. I would have took $45 million, whatever it was, to be at the crib. I already had a house, everything.
You did.
That's crazy. I wonder. I mean,
I never knew that.
They don't do too much, but did they even reach back out to you? Did Pritchard reach out to you?
Yeah, they called me when I had already signed. I mean, I already had committed. I ain't even signed yet. And they was just like, oh, it's okay. We weren't going to give you that much. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They like, we're going to be sad. They kept saying that, we're going to be sad. We're going to be sad. It don't matter. If you wanted to stay at home, that was cool, but you got paid.
Is that when Oladipo came into effect?
Yeah,
that was that year that we traded PG for Sabonis and Oladipo.
And then, that's a wild story.
The first game we played him back here in Indiana, he comes up to me, KP. He's like, damn, if I would have known we were going to be like this, man, I would have, I would have paid you. I was like, man, what the fuck? Like, don't do that.
Damn,
Like,
KP.
he was like, man, we playing fast. He's like, just how you play, we play fast. We're getting after it and shit. I'm like, I knew that. Like, I'm like, bro, what?
Oladipo revived this bitch. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not gonna hold you. Nobody expected us to trade PG for pieces that was gonna be immediately like great, and both of them worked out immediately.
And I should have been here with him.
That's crazy.
I always loved Oladipo game, bro, but he literally turned into a star here,
On
bro.
my mama, he turned
did.
that bitch up.
Nah, for real,
And if
bro.
you look at that
We
time,
was
that
going
Pacers
to them
team,
games.
they had a whip, bro. They had him, they had Bogey, they had youngster Bogey. They had a young core that could build upon.
I didn't know he could score that well. I knew he because he did his thing with Russ for sure. Russ got him kicked off, but when he got here, I'm like, damn, bro, this nigga all-star damn near. Like,
he said that revived his career because remember Orlando was up and down. He said he got the OKC. He started working out seriously. Shit, he came and took advantage of that situation.
Yeah, he was
for
hooping.
sure.
I was
Shout out
hurt.
to Vic.
I'm like, that's supposed to be me. I'm over here the fourth
damn, you'd have
option.
been running the one.
Yeah, I was over here the fourth
And a Nate
option.
offense where he could do what the fuck he want to.
Man,
Yeah, it'd have been ugly.
Y'all have been raw, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Fourth option.
Because he needed another motherfucker.
Cold
he
in
really
the
did.
motherfucker.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We didn't
Bro,
have that many good guards at that time.
Paying
period.
$8,000 for
But
rent.
you wouldn't have got close to D Rose like you did though.
That's facts. I mean, I think I built some great relationships.
Yeah,
And like Wig, my dog, Tyus Jones, my dog,
Jam.
D Rose, even Jimbo, my guy. Even Cat to an extent. That's my man's. Like I fuck with Taj, all them. So I had some great moments in Minnesota, like off the court. On the court, our first year was fun. Second year was tragic when we traded Jimmy and got. Even I fuck with Rocco. Rob was cool as fuck, but like that trade right there made my experience like damn. You know what I mean? The first year I was like, oh, this cool.
Yeah.
We nice. The second year was like, I fucked up. But me and D Rose got real cool that second year, so I guess it all worked out.
Nah, 100%.
Most definitely. Damn, that's crazy, man. To think about that shit in that time period, especially how the Pacers were too. We could have. Damn,
Man, it could have been fun.
shit got wicked. Damn.
And it hit different when you at the crib too. I tell everybody that if you get a chance to play at the crib, bro, it's
Your crib was raw too. The spot you had was that bitch was tough.
Yeah, hit play at the crib was raw. Hey, that's one of the best feelings ever, bro.
That's fire, man. We gotta get out of here. Be here and tell the people they can grab some merch at.
Shopclub520.com, baby. We finally got merch. Also, HennyX.com. No freaky shit. Go get your laces, baby. We tired.
Man, y'all seen Stevie Wonder?
merch on the way. Ain't no freaky ass Stevie. I told you, motherfucker should have
be
uppercutted
Stevie
that
Wonder
freaky ass
kissing niggas
nigga.
on
You
that
see?
bitch.
Nah, speak on that shit when we talk about Club 520. Now when we talk about Henny X.
Add another X to get the Lamar on the blow up dolls.
This is pure straight freak. Stevie a freak. Stevie on the other
gonna
side
be
too.
Stevie Wonder with some real Hennessy.